Thanksgiving is here. I'm excited, but I wanted to remind you this is your yearly reminder that turkey sucks. You're not under any obligation to serve a gigantic dried out bird on Thanksgiving. There's a reason you don't eat turkey any other day of the year. You don't have to act like it's special. We can stop pretending. But there is something that is special. Would you like to know how to make it? Here it is. Okay, now it is time, because it's Thanksgiving season, it's time for a little homemade tutorial on Jesse Kelly's world famous burgers with me, of course, Jesse Kelly. I felt the need to do this. I felt an obligation to do this because of how many people are going to eat turkey this Thanksgiving. Ditch the turkey, have Jesse Kelly burgers. Everyone will thank you for it. Nobody's going to be eating these burgers and saying, oh my gosh, what I'm really craving is dry meat. So just do this right. Let's begin. First of all, everything when it comes to cooking involves high quality ingredients. So make sure you spend the money, get the best ground beef you can find, okay? Boom, there. Now, maybe you're sitting there wondering, why the black gloves? Is he going to help clean out Pete Buttigieg's office after he leaves? No, I wear these black gloves, one, because it cuts down on the mess, but mostly every time I watch one of these videos of people cooking, they wear these black gloves and they look really cool. So kind of like Michael Jackson, but of age. So first of all, burgers in there. Seasoning salt. I just use Lowry's or whatever I happen to have. You don't have to stress the general seasoning salt. Just a little sprinkle, Don't over season these with the seasoning salt. I've done it before. You get them way too salty and you just get absolutely dried out. Little garlic powder, again, just a little dusting of garlic powder. And then, of course, as I've said many times before, the star of the show, Chipotle Tabasco sauce. Not Tabasco sauce, which is gross, Chipotle Tabasco sauce. This is the star of the show. Now, be generous with it. Don't be whining about heat. Most of the heat cooks off. I do want to stress that it's most of the heat cooks off. If you're one of these sensitive people, gingers, Canadians, you can't handle any kind of a heat, then you might get a little extra spice. But for those of us normal people, you should have just the appropriate amount of spice. Now's when the black gloves really come in handy. Now, we mix. So obviously you know how to mix up burger. It's not very difficult, but make sure you mix it up extremely well, because otherwise you're gonna get a bite of nothing but Chipotle Tabasco sauce, and that might be a little overwhelming for you, especially, as I said, if you're a ginger or some weird freak like that. All right, now it's mixed up pretty good. Now, obviously you just grab roughly quarter-pound balls, because this is a pound of burger, so quarter-pound balls, don't make any jokes. There's that, and there's that. Burgers are done. Now, everyone knows a good burger is a thin burger, right? But I don't completely thin out my burger as it is now. In fact, if we have like a party or something I have to go to and I have to make a bunch of these, I'll just have a bunch of these in there. Just a bunch of balls sitting in there. So I'll flatten them out a little if I don't have to have a tub full of balls. Flatten them out just a little. Just get yourself started on a little bit of shape. This is obviously not flat enough for a good burger, but it's a start. Okay, now it's ingredients time. Obviously you just saw me prep the burgers. I got that. You want to use your high-end plates. Cheese. This is an American cheese endeavor. Let freedom ring, baby. Don't use your fancy cheeses. Good cheeseburgers need American cheese. Then, the buns. The buns are more than just a delivery vehicle for the burger and the cheese. They're a critical part of the burger. So don't walk up in the grocery store and just grab a pack of buns. You have to finger the buns to make sure the buns are appropriate. One, get the buns from the back of the shelf. Everyone knows they put the older ones at the front, so they want you to buy them. Two, take the time, finger the buns, make sure you have good buns. Now, you can use a flat top on your grill and you can use a frying pan on your grill, but remember, These things have to be done on a flat surface of some kind, not a grill. You don't want to lose your burger juice. If you're wondering, why does that pan look dirty? Because I made bacon this morning. And if you really want to level these things up, leave a little of your bacon grease in there like I did. And now I'll be frying up burgers in my bacon grease. Not only good, but good for you. All right, now it's time to get the thing done. Get your burger, get it over. Medium heat, I would say medium heat. You don't want it hotter than that. In fact, she's starting to smoke a little bit. Boom, she's down. Now remember, a good burger is a flat burger. That's probably too loud. A good burger is a flat burger. So you want to smash that thing down real good and flatten it out. See it in the bacon grease right there. Oh, there we go. Burger's nice and flat. Burger looks like Kansas. Now, splatter's a problem. The wife usually gets mad. Little splatter guard on there. Let it sit for just a minute or so. All right, she's probably ready for the flip. Eyeball it, definitely ready for the flip. Flip. Now the second you flip it, get that American cheese on there because American cheese must be melted. Burger cheese must be melted. I cannot believe these savages who serve their burgers with the cheese unmelted. Now right about now, you're probably thinking, okay, you have your high-end plates, you have your fingered buns. Jesse, what about all the ketchup and mustard and mayo and lettuce and tomatoes? Remember, world famous Jesse Kelly burgers are world famous for a reason. They don't need anything. No condiments, no vegetables, no nothing. You don't need any of that. And look how fast that American cheese goes to work. Boom, burger is done. Burger is scooped. Burger is bun. That is ready to enjoy. You're welcome. All right. I would thank you for coming to my YouTube channel, but I know how brilliant it is, and I know you love it here. So subscribe and watch. We're going to start really ramping things up and putting some funny stuff, some interesting stuff out there, some collaborations. Either way, my YouTube channel is officially the place to be. So stick around.